meditation makes your human life more healing and more meaningful. Meditation is a unique way of developing your mind. The Supreme Buddha had previously told us that we can develop this mind. He fully developed his mind and showed it to us at the highest level. Let's call it mindfulness meditation. You are one of the few mind-developing people in the world. If you can, your mind will begin to develop rapidly in this very life to develop meditation. You have to be able to think for this. Think if you can't develop the mind. Many people do not develop this mind. Few people in this world develop the mind. You may be among those few. Study this with a lot of mindfulness. A lot of attention. We are told with the utmost cruelty how to see the depth of life. Are you fit for meditation? It is very important that you have the gift that the Supreme Buddha was especially a person who developed the mind. This is called asceticism. We cannot develop the mind by the advice of someone who has not developed the mind. We can develop the mind only with the advice of someone who has developed the mind. For that we do not meet anyone else in this world except the Supreme Buddha. That is how much he developed the mind. Therefore, if you enlighten your mind about the Supreme Buddha and know well what the Supreme Buddha taught about life and manage your life according to those known facts, you will be qualified to progress through meditation. Rare instant well-being. All you need is the ability to think specifically. One can think that when one encounters the Dharma of the Supreme Buddha and has a strong faith in that Dharma, it is called instant wealth. Here this instant resource is a very rare one. The Lord Buddha and his disciples often say that those who have lost this instantaneous wealth will fall into hell and suffer. We are in this human world now, but the time we have is slowly passing. We have a sick life. We have a life that ends in death. So is this life before we die, before we get sick, before we change our mindset, when we have good mindfulness, when we have good mindfulness. When we have good mindfulness, when we can understand something well, your mind is calm. If you can think about the teachings of the Supreme Buddha, you will get that rare instantaneous wealth. Suppress the mind with determination. Now you are born into the human world. Now you have the ability to think. With this ability to think, you need to develop the ability to think. That means we now hear the teachings of the Supreme Buddha. According to the Dharma that you have heard, you have a sense of humor and you think. I want to practice the Dharma. Don't miss this instant resource here. We can improve this. But the nature of this mind is the difficulty of continuing to do something with determination. This cannot be done even if one goes to meditate, practices virtues such as self, goes to a program that controls the mind, or goes to a program that develops the mind. Unexpectedly, he spins and falls back to where he was. Here you have to recognize this situation and make a special determination. You have to take into consideration the Dharma that I know, and I have to think that I will direct my thinking and develop the mind according to this Dharma that I am looking at. Benefits of developing the mind. The specialty of developing the mind is that you develop in virtues. As your mind develops, you develop a personality. Building a personality means building pride in yourself. You develop mentally with the personality you develop within yourself, but do not degenerate. So you are not going to make someone else jealous. So you are not going to get angry with someone else. Not going to hate the progress of others. You are happy with all of them. This is the nature of your next mental development. This state of mind can be achieved only by developing the mind. That is the development of the mind. As your mind develops, you become a person who develops in virtues. It means you are happy for the good of others, for the betterment of others. Jealousy does not enjoy the knowledge of others. You are happy with the abilities of others. Here are some suggestions on how to look or get an appointment for acne treatment. Those things start to happen in you. Then you understand that you have a developing mind. Here are the Pagnaradhana meditation camps that can develop this mind. It was the Supreme Buddha who preached that meditation. Meditation is deep. Meditation is a program that controls our mind. Meditation is when our mind is manipulated in a certain order. By manipulating the mind in this strict order, the inner life becomes pure. As the inner life becomes pure, your life begins to heal little by little. You start to get a little more courageous. Little by little it starts to get strenuous. You get used to being happy. All that comes from developing the mind. Look, we're pretty old now, but we could not develop the mind. Failure to develop this mind is a great loss to our lives. We need to continue to protect and develop in this life the opportunity to avoid this loss and develop the mind. Let's have an independent mindset. It is especially important to have the ability to think independently. The ability to think independently means that you should be impressed when I teach you the teachings of the Supreme Buddha. This is the Dharma taught by the Supreme Buddha, the Dharma taught by the Supreme Buddha. Through that an independent thought is formed in you. Then if someone says, no, you don't have to meditate. There is no point in meditating. We do not need an understanding of life. You are a lay person. It does not apply to you. Then you directly admit that it is a wrong opinion, a wrong idea, a wrong view. Because of this you can stay in clear thinking. The value of your heart is in you. So do not let your mind be corrupted by the opinion of an outsider. Do not let your life go to waste by listening to the opinions of outsiders. All you have to do is come to a strong opinion that you can understand the Dharma in your life. In that strong opinion you become a sage. Here you are gradually coming to the Gautama Buddha Sasana based on this Shangrada. You too are a proud character. As you gradually enter the Gautama Buddha Sasana, your life will gradually become stronger based on the Sangha. You become spiritually powerful. You will lose the tendency to be subject to external opinions without facts and build a proud character in you who can inquire into matters fairly and take a fair side. Meditation gives you such a rare opportunity. Therefore, what you have just learned will help you to continue this meditation. 1.2. Let's identify the basic meditation techniques. Earlier, we discussed some of the basic qualifications you need to have in order to practice meditation for life. They are having free thought, understanding the value of developing this mind, believing that you should take advantage of this rare human life before it is over. All the advice to develop your mind is the teachings of the Supreme Buddha. Impressions are gained in a fluid, global, diffused way. Taking these into consideration, we will now teach you about the two basic types of meditation. Frequent meditation. The first of these meditations is Samatha meditation. The next meditation is Vidarshana meditation. The Supreme Buddha clearly emphasized both of these types of meditation. That it is extremely helpful in understanding life. The Supreme Buddha preached Samatho Bhikkhevo Bhavathabo, that this Samatha meditation should be developed. You have to practice. The mind develops by practicing Samatha meditation. The mind grows. Vipassana Bhikkhevo Bhavathabo, Vipassana meditation should be increased. As Vipassana meditation grows, so does wisdom. Vidarshana is the search for the truth of something. Wisdom refers to the ability to see the truth in the same way. If so, with the development of Samatha meditation, the weaknesses in your mind, the distraction of the mind will disappear and the mind will become strong and the mind will grow in a way that is suitable for understanding something. We call it mindfulness. That is, the mind is prepared to understand something. That preparation takes place through Samatha meditation. The two types of meditation, Vipassana meditation is about creating an understanding of life. The understanding of life is created through wisdom. Wisdom is the ability to see the true nature of something in the same way. These two meditation camps are inseparable. One who obtains the understanding of life in the Dharma of the Supreme Buddha first practices samatha meditation and then turns it to vidarshana. Or Vipassana meditation is done first and then it is converted to samatha meditation. Or there are those who grow both of these together. Those who practice Vipassana meditation based on samatha are called samatha pabingama Vipassana. Those who cultivate samatha meditation based on Vipassana meditation are called Vipassana pabingama samatho. Those who grow these two together are called yogananda, calming the mind otherwise. There are no people among the seekers who have worked only for vidarshana and only for peace. Therefore, we now need to understand the two samatha vidarshana meditation camps in more detail. That is what develops the mind through samatha meditation. To soothe these hindrances and develop the mind. Samatha means appeasement. Now, when there is a conflict, a problem in our lives, we say, let's settle this now. Reconciliation is the same idea, reconciling the mind. This samatha meditation gives the ability to calm the mind by removing the confusion of the mind. Let's identify our 5 enemies. The Supreme Buddha understood and told us that there are 5 things in this life that are especially confusing to the mind. These 5 are called the 5 hindrances. Obstacles are those things that destroy the mind, hinder the intellect, prevent the wisdom, change the development of the mind, and mislead oneself. The Supreme Buddha said that there are 5 hindrances. That is lust, the tendency to be attracted to images, sounds, smells, tastes, and touches that one loves. Propaganda, frequent recollection of collisional objectives, such as what is seen with the eyes, what is heard with the ears, what is smelled with the nose, what is tasted with the tongue, and what is felt with the body. That nature is called business. Thinamida, next is laziness, drowsiness to the extent that one cannot develop this mind. Arrogant, kikutsha, that is, thinking about the mistakes of the past while behaving in the Dharma, thinking about the mistakes made by oneself and also mourning and holding the mind in a distracting manner. Wichita, the next one is about the path of Dharma that he is on. Is this okay? Can't improve this. Can I not suspicion of ever retreating? These are the things that have always been on our minds and prevented us from progressing mentally. Here, samatha meditation has the ability to completely subdue the mind and concentrate it. Therefore, samatha meditation is a meditation that we must do. The source of wisdom. The next meditation is vipassana meditation. This vipassana meditation must also be done. Vipassana meditation is the basic nature of something, that is, the basic feature of something. What, then, is the nature of the basic things that came about? It is impermanent. If there is this impermanence in everything that has arisen, if there is in everything that has been formed, then you also have this impermanence. What is impermanent is impermanent. Then you have this feature throughout your life. Now that you are addicted to this, even if you do not face this impermanence, you cannot prevent impermanence from becoming impermanent. That is why we cry when the impermanent becomes impermanent. But without crying out for this, if you can understand when impermanence is impermanent, then you have an understanding of life. This is why the ability to see the impermanent as impermanent, the ability to see suffering as suffering, and the ability to see the infinite as the infinite is something that cannot be held in one's possession, without an owner, is called impermanent philosophy. Go ahead in the face of challenges and troubles. These traits gradually develop in you as you direct your mindfulness and wisdom. Gains the ability to see through something. That ability is called wisdom. Vidarshana is said to develop that ability in the way one wants to attain the wisdom. You have to use a lot of wisdom in this matter. Someone can tell you, and do not remember impermanent meditation. You are a lay person. That does not apply to you. Think of it this way. This person is a raw ally ideologue. This person is someone who has a mindset against reality. This person is someone who likes to hinder mental development. This person is a person who does not like the development of wisdom. Quote. 1.3. What is Samasatya? We have now learned about the qualifications one must have in practicing meditation for life. In addition, I learned about the two types of samatha vidarshana meditation. These two types of meditation called samatha vidarshana are essential for this life. We learned that this can be multiplied. Timeless Siri Sadham, which does not belong to time. Today we are going to learn about a sermon of the Buddha, which is the basis for this. The Supreme Buddha has taught us how to improve every aspect of our lives. We call the Dharma he preached timeless. It is said that it is timeless, that we can multiply this Dharma and get the results even when the Supreme Buddha is not working. It has been successful in the past as well. Even today, the Dharma can be developed and the results can be obtained. In the future too, the Dharma can be developed and the results can be obtained. It is called timeless. No change in internal problem. This Dharma will not change like any other subject due to the onslaught of time. Now we know that other subjects are not like that. Very important for a while. One is removed from society for a while. The Dharma preached by the Supreme Buddha is not like that. A timeless doctrine. There is no change in the problem of the inner life of this human race. There is no big difference in the lives of human beings as there is today in the time of the Supreme Buddha. There were some weaknesses in those days, but they are still there today. People had certain skills then but still have those skills today. Due to this, the Dharma of the Supreme Buddha, which develops skills and eliminates weaknesses, is still relevant today. It is still scientific today. Looking at life openly. Looking free. Mindfulness is important. The next one gives a broader view of life. The basic knowledge for this is provided by Satipatthana. Weak means mindfulness. Patana means formation. Mindfulness is the state of mind that looks at this life with a good mind. Generally, anyone who wants to go on a trip needs a sense of purpose. We are walking on the side of the road. To go without colliding with those vehicles. The road jumps looking in both directions. All of this is done consciously. Do you have Samasatya? If we lose consciousness, we do not know what to do. Here we turn this ordinary consciousness to an advanced level. When we turn to this advanced level, we call it Samasati. The Satara Satipatthana is about developing the Samasati. So now there is another week in everyday life. That is not one Sama week. No matter how consciously we cook and eat during that week. No matter how wisely we dress and bathe, if we do not grow up to one Sama week, our mind will not be prepared for a realization of life. The Satipatthana spoken by the Supreme Buddha is entirely Samasati. Samasati cannot be created without Samadikti. Therefore, Samadikti is an essential part of our lives. Premonitions of Samadikti. The Supreme Buddha spoke about the Samadikti as follows. Now there is a pitch black darkness. In the morning, the darkness is over, and a bright light appears in the eastern sky. Here this light color is called Aruna. When this dawn comes, it is obvious to us that the sun is rising. With the advent of dawn, we know that the sun is now rising. The Supreme Buddha taught that life without understanding is one of the darkest. The sun begins to shine on this dark life through the Sama divinity. It is through Samadhi that the dawn of life arises. So, if we have the Samadhi that gives light to life, we can engage in the Satipatthana meditation based on that Samadhi. Is Samadhi the right vision? Our country is accustomed to this Sama divinity as a word or a vision. This is not a meaningful word. This is a word that fills a gap in the word Samadhi and is not a word with understanding. The Supreme Buddha has perfectly chosen the word Samadhi. He has shown in the word Samadhi that the understanding of the Four Noble Truths is Samadhi. That is, we think about this life through the teachings of the Supreme Buddha. There is a doctrine of cause and effect in this life. There is a natural theory that eliminating those causes will not work. We can change this and get full happiness through the Aryan Eightfold Path. Here, the person who has realized these facts in life is a Samadhi. That person can control his mind properly. It is called Satipatthana. Do not be fooled by doers. Even if a tree is planted in a water gear, it cannot be used as a gift. Therefore, it is difficult to get any benefit from meditation. Therefore, we need to understand why we meditate, what it requires, what benefits it brings, and what we gain from developing it. Space for life. Usually our lives are limited to these visible things. Therefore, many people think that meditation is necessary to heal from illness. Meditation is necessary for the development of memory. Meditation is necessary for attaining health. That meditation is necessary to make a systematic program, but put it all in second place. Putting it first means that meditation is necessary to understand life. A noble goal, the one who goes towards understanding life gets all those things. One who goes towards the realization of life becomes a person who experiences mental health. The one who goes towards the realization of life becomes the one who develops memory. The one who goes towards the realization of life becomes accustomed to a restless life. If so, do you expect certain worldly things from worldly benefits in meditation? So you should not keep in mind that the goal of meditation is what you want to remember. It's not that you want to be healthy. It's not that you want to be mentally healthy and happy. The goal of meditation is to remember that life must be understood. If you come up with something out of the ordinary, then they have to rethink their position. Because of that understanding of life. Sama weak entourage. Because of this you have the ability to do it in the Satipatthana. You know that mindfulness is developed in Satipatthana. As said earlier, we have consciousness. That mindfulness does not work. That consciousness is a normal one. That mindfulness cannot relieve the pain in your mind. Normal mindfulness can never lead you to an understanding. That memory cannot wipe away your suffering tears. Give the mindfulness of the scattered mind cannot be normal. All that can be done in Sama week. This Sama Sati develops in the Satipatthana.